Hello, good afternoon. I'm going to be making a junk bot. Starting to make a junk bot today. It's basically just a robot made out of junk. First, I need to make the skeleton. He needs a wire skeleton in which to build upon. So I'm going to make that first. He's not going to be frightfully tall, maybe about so big. And they're struggling. Oh, no, they're not. I was just using the wrong bit. Bend that over in half. I'll give it a twisty twist. So it'll be more rigid. Rubber's coming off slightly there. I'll just snip that off. That's fine. Then he's going to need. I'm probably going to do 2 arms, 2 legs. My first one. I'll probably do more than one junk bot, and then they'll vary in how they'll look. Probably do one with tracks, one with like a big pincer. You know what? I didn't mean to do that. Get rid of that. I'll untwist that. I meant to wrap it around there first. Like so. Pull that tight. It's not going to go anywhere. Might even go around again actually. Cross it over. I've got some pliers. Yes, I do. I don't want to cut my fingers open on this wire. So hold that with that. Pull that tight. Just going to like what? Let's go to. Hello, Vcen. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. So punctually. I'm all right, mate. Thank you very much. Had a day off yesterday. Figure out what I wanted to do for my next project. And those up out of the way. twist those once I've got them about halfway. I have, mate, yes. Indeed you do. Twist those. Um, I haven't done anything with an Arduino, but I've done a couple of things with a Raspberry Pi. I've got like 5 of the bleeding things at this point, and currently working on the Ghostbusters Proton Pack project, and that is probably going to have an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi inside it to run the lights and sound. That didn't go right. All right. Oh, well, I'll be sure to let you know if I need any help, which, let's face it, I probably will. These legs are giving me a bit of trouble. I'll start a new bit. Okay, man. I'm yet to figure out Discord. I do have one, but I haven't used it. I don't know the ins and outs. Keep, keep forgetting to do this where you can see me. Can I clamp that in there? No, mate, I live in England. Blighty. Now, you're not going to stay there, are you? Ah, from the Netherlands, not far away, relatively speaking. I think it only takes about like half an hour on the plane. Maybe an hour, I'm not sure. I think it'd take me longer to get to the airport than it would to get from the airport to the Netherlands. I think I need to wrap some more wire around that to stop it from jigging about the place. $6 by boat. I suppose that's not a bad time, really, by boat. That's not going to work. Anyway, I've got my little bot skeleton going on. So now I need to figure out what kind is going to be. In fact, I might just hot glue that. Oh, very good, very good, very good. Oh dear me. Gotta be something about being up here that makes my nose run. Sorry, I realise my mic's there now instead of on my chest. I said there must be something about being up here in this room that makes my nose run. Because I always have a runny nose when I'm up here. Don't know if I'm allergic to something. Right, his legs will now stay in place. Right, what shall we use? A bottle? Don't need that anymore. Let's see. What have I got in my box of tricks? Possibly. I just fly by the seat of my pants, mate. Just make it up as I go along. Ooh, I like that. That's got like a Robbie the Robot style head. That's a possibility. I've got some plastic tubing that might be good for arms and legs, of which I can stick like armor plates onto. That might be good as a body. Oh, I know what you mean. The ones that you always have to like turn on and off and assign different personalities to, like medic or firefighter or something like that. No, it's a bit phallic. Anyway, I think I'll do the piping for the arms and legs first, because then that'll give me more structure. Hey, Dino Nuggetsaurus. Hi, man. Yeah, I know what you mean, VC. I've been playing Fallout 4 recently, since it's had a PS5 upgrade and whatnot. Not that big. One, two, one, and two. Oops. Right. He's got a bit more structure to his arms and legs. So I think I might use that as his body. So I might pad that out. In fact, I could use foam clay for his arms and legs. So we'll put those on the back burner. This is coming in handy, this stuff. Pens. Pens everywhere. Oh, I do have pens there. Lots of pens. Pens upon pens. But these are pliers and snips. I can put those back now. It's it feels like plasticine almost, except it's got like like an old balloon, like a deflated balloon kind of texture, and you can shape it into whatever you want, like you've probably seen with my mimic, with the tongue and the teeth, and I used it for the handle on the blaster, and then it dries. It dries like foam, like an EVA foam. So it's still soft. You can squish it, but it doesn't shape anymore. It holds its shape. It just bounces back into the shape it was. So if I use it to bulk out his body, it means it'll have the wire underneath, but I can pose it because it'll be covered in foam once it's dried, so it'll be still posable. It's too big. No, it doesn't expand. It stays in exactly the same shape as you put it in. It doesn't expand at all. If I wrap that around, doesn't matter about it being smooth at this point because it's just basically the underbody that I'm going to be sticking stuff on top of. I can wrap it around his shoulders and whatnot. Yeah, it does feel a little bit like latex. A little bit. But it loves just sticking to itself. Which is sometimes good and sometimes not so good, particularly when you're trying to cut bits off. Ow. There we go. Do his butt. Push it back down. Probably about half is needed for that. Trying to be quite generous with it so that the foam doesn't poke through. Like it is there, which isn't bad because it means I can affix the feet. Oh yeah, definitely be comfortable to hold if you wrap a joystick with it. Definitely. I got this. My missus pointed it out to me. It's just from a local store, and they're selling it for £5 for that massive tub. And you can look online, and it's anywhere from like 15, 20, £25 for something similar. like professional stuff. And it's like, more often than not, you don't need professional stuff if you're just messing about. So it's absolutely worth the money for the amount that you get. I realise his legs look a bit stumpy at the moment, but it's going to have extra bits stuck to it, so it won't be by the time I've finished. Gotta trust the process. That's why I always tell myself when things look rubbish before I've finished. Trust the process. I can build up his torso, well, his shoulder area. You could also use tin foil for this if you haven't got access to foam clay. You can use tin foil to build his structure. There we go, that's the bulk of his body. Right. Stick some in his head. Might be too much. We'll see. That's fine. Might just make his legs a little bit longer. Basically just making a little man out of foam. Right. They're about the same length, more or less. And lengthen his arms a little bit. Couldn't do that with tin foil. There. Junk bot skeleton. About the right height. So if I cut the end off this and then cut it down the middle so it opens, I can squeeze it around there and then glue it in place. I reckon that'd be a good body, or a good starting point anyway. I can always glue other things onto it. Let me see, what else have I got in here? Slightly smaller bottle. Might be too big though still. I'm looking for a decent head. You'll have to excuse the noise. Ooh, already got some stuff I could use for armor plating there. Could even put a big plastic eye on it. Maybe. Oh, there's some more in there. Must have fallen out of the bag. Got a bunch of eyes. They're not creepy at all, are they? Don't ask me why I've got a bunch of eyes knocking about. It will have been for something I had in mind at some point. I wouldn't have just bought eyes randomly. It's mostly just caps and lids I've got in here. Right. Let's see now. Put the eyes away. Alright, I do like the idea of having just like Cyclops eye. That could be fun. Right. That's not going to go in there. It's got little ridges in it. That might be a good shoulder piece though. And squeeze that a bit thinner. Yeah. Then I can squash that down and it'll fill out the gap. That looks funny. But I like it. Right. Are you going to let me cut you with a knife, or am I going to have to bring out the big guns? Well, the medium guns. The big guns over there. Big mitre saw. Hacksaw, baby. Come on, hold still. Here's something to jam down in there to stop it from moving. There we go. Am I just cutting into the plastic? Bosh. Oh man, it's only gone so far through. Well, that's no good. No, that side, please. Alright, fine. Now I need to cut down the middle of it somehow. Bit risky. Bit risky. You're not going to hold that tight enough, are you? No. Damn. Damn. So I know you're drawing stuff and it's everywhere. Where if you could see the rest of this room, it looks like the apocalypse. Oh, that was a lucky snap. That'll do. That'll do. Squeeze without pinching it. Get that in there. Snips to the rescue. Go on. In there. There we go. He's in. Right. I'll secure that with some more foam. I don't want it to stick to his arms. Just want it to go around the torso. I will hot glue that back together. So it's not going to split open. I mean completely, as in shatter. Here we go. I'm putting some make him a butt. Oh, excuse me. Right, where's me a little shover doofer thing? Shove that in there. That'll stop his headpiece from slipping. Put a little bit under the back. There we go. Just filled in all around that gap underneath there so it won't move about. That's too big. If only I had something that shape but smaller, it would have been a perfect head. But hey ho. Might use that to bulk his body out. Maybe, not sure. That's too big as well. But I can use this for some plating once it's finished. Need to figure out a body. Body, a body, a body, a body, a body. If I use that as a body, that fits quite nicely on top of that. And that's a really cool shape. So I might cut some armholes out of each side of this so it'll fit flush right up to there, and then that will glue on top. That sounds like a plan to me. I just need to cut it so that it doesn't crack. Which is easier said than done. It needs to be there and there and there and there to about there. I'm just making this up as I go along, as you've probably guessed. Right, let's see if I can't ruin this tub. I mean, I've got some extra ones if I do, but I'd rather not. Take it slowly. Oops. I lost the gap now. There it is. Trying not to flex it too much. What happened then? Was that just going through there? I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if it cracked. Because I can just glue it back together. But I was trying to avoid that. Keeps making me jump. Right, if I pardon me a moment while I try and cut this. That's one side. Not even the right way. I need to cut the bottom off as well. But it looks like a good depth for his arm. Right. Let me just reinforce those before it breaks any further. and burn my finger in the process. Ow. Don't learn from me, guys. I mean, learn from my mistakes, but don't learn your techniques. Get off. Right. Now I need to get the bottom off without it cracking further. Um, no, it needs to come off. Oh, that was a mistake. Just pulled all that glue off now. Why didn't that one dry? All the other ones have dried. How am I going to get this off? Unless I can pierce it without it cracking. Alright, I'm just going to have to go fetch a parcel that's been left on my doorstep. So after I've cut this off, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, I checked my phone. I've been and got it piped down. I'm just gonna squeeze his legs in like that. There we go. He's got his body on. I like that guy. I like that guy a lot. Right. Now I need to secure that in there. Somehow. I mean, I could just stuff it with foam. That might be best. I'm down to my yellow layer now. I've gone through blue and green. Oh, I thought he was going to stand on his head then. Hey! Oh, damn you. Might have been a bit ambitious with that amount of clay. Just a touch. Feed that in there. See if I can get it all the way around. After a fashion. Whoops. Keep knocking my mic. Sorry about that. Shove that down into that cavity. There we go. That's not jiggling about anymore. It's not coming off. So now I can hot glue his head on. Cool. Slipped inside there then. Wasn't resting on it properly. I think it's all right now. Maybe. Are you dry? Yes. Sweet. Ow. Tools, tools, everywhere. Right. What to do about his stumpy little legs? What have I got? Got another one of those eggs. That's too big. I've got this tube, flexible tubing. You know what? I might have made his legs too big. Not sure. What to do about the bottom of his body? I think they're the wrong shape for what he's going to look like. So I'm going to pull his legs off. I'm going to pull his legs off and his bottom. And I'm going to use this foam to stuff down in there. I essentially need to glue this inner piece to this outer piece. Can I do this? Come on. I'll let that dry up. Oops. Got some on the outside then. Ow. Where did that get me from? Being ninjaed by hot glue. It might be melting the plastic, to be honest. That's where you got me from. Filling out the armhole. Okay. I'll just give that a minute to dry. Come on. Getting all the glue into the nooks and crannies. Come on, glue. Ah, why? Sorry about that in the microphone, by the way. Right, that's getting more rigid as time passes. So I might use chopsticks as his skeleton legs. Maybe. I think the foam on his arms is just about set up. He's bouncing back into shape, so I think that's basically dry now, more or less. Okay, that glue is dry. That wire's not going to shift about anymore. I'll just give it longer before I try posing it. Otherwise, it's just probably going to, the wire inside is going to pierce through, which it probably will anyway, but I'd like to give it a fighting chance. You know what? I might clip these off. I don't think they're going to serve the correct purpose. Now that I've just glued them in place. They're not coming out of the right area for what I need. I don't know what that hit. Hopefully it wasn't my laptop screen. Let's face it, probably was, but it doesn't seem to have done any damage. Right. Trying to figure out where to get his legs to come out of. Cut that on an angle and put it on there like that. Let's see if that works. Yes. I like that. That's a good angle. Cool. Can I shove that back inside to plug it up a bit? I think that's asking for trouble, to be honest. Right. Cool. Oops, I left that out a bit too long, I think. Might be alright. Might be alright. Right, I need another one of those. Stuff everywhere. Don't need you. That might be a cool shoulder piece, so I might keep that out. Are you the same length as that one? No. Are you? Will be when I've cut the edge off. Alright. Always cut away from yourself. And that'll help you keep all your fingers. Yeah. Why do I struggle to see what I'm doing when I'm using my left hand? Must be some kind of science behind that, unless I'm just weird. Come on, stick. Why are you sticking like the other one did? See, you're still not sticking. Why are you not sticking? What on earth? The other one stuck straight away. What's going on, guys? You're still not, are you? Why are you fighting me on this? Stop fighting me. There we go. Looking a bit better. Why are you not drying? I don't understand. That one dried straight away, and this one's being a pain in the proverbial. I don't know what's going on with it now, but anyway. Right, now I need an undercarriage. What to use as an undercarriage? What can I use as an undercarriage? It'd help if it was kind of similar shape to this, but not as big. But I haven't got anything that fits the bill. Too big. Damn, if only that was smaller and it just fit nicely on the bottom of there. There's a lot of if onlys going on today. And my prayers are not being answered. That's just the same size as that, yeah. Might have to make something instead. Because I haven't got anything that fits the bill. Not to worry. Foam to the rescue. It's just so darn versatile. Right, if I can make something that's the general shape that I want, then maybe I'll be able to just stick it on. Is that too much? I think so. It's too much. And get it to go inside that bit, that's even better. make as smooth a transition as possible, and that'll save me some sanding later on. Bit of a divot there that I need to fill in. Too much. Too much. I mean, it's going to be covered with armor plating anyway, so I don't know what I'm worrying about, to be honest. Yeah, that's the general shape I wanted. Kind of a bullet shape. Can probably go a bit more squat with the end, to be honest. Okay. Before I move on to the rest of his arms and legs, I might start building up his shoulders with cardboard, just so I know where I need to, how big I need to make them. I mean, I could have got away with this in the entire beginning of the project by doing away with the skeleton that's inside. But then it wouldn't have the weight and the structure that it does now. So I'm actually kind of glad I did it. Right. I am still toying with the idea of using one of these big eyes, though. I think the orange one would look the freakiest. Then it'd have like a hood, like a big eyelid sticking out, like a sheltered thing like that. I think that'd look really funny. Right, need some cardboard, some thin cardboard. Here we are. I'm just winging this, by the way. If anybody's watching who's not sure what's going on, I'm making a junk bot, and I haven't planned it. I rarely plan anything, to be honest, except for the proton pack that I'm working on. That needed planning. But this, no such luxury. Right. I start off that way around. Give it some shape. And then stick that on there, like that. But if I round these corners off completely arbitrarily, right, I need to make another one of those. Let me get out of that little bit there. Pudge it right up to that edge. And watch as it slips right out of the way. Stop it. Should really use double-sided tape for this to stop it from moving around. But in other news, I don't know if anybody here is from one of my other streams. I have ordered a circle cutter. I got one for £3 from eBay. So that should come in handy at some point in the future. I don't know. I probably now that I've ordered one, I'll never need to cut a circle in my whole life. So never mind, eh? Just how it goes, isn't it? Just how it goes, right? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna glue these on. Don't mind me while I glue these. Talk amongst yourselves if anybody wants to chat. I'll just sit here and hold this in place while it dries. Really, eh? I could even give me a follow if you're not already following. That'd be nice. There we go. That'll keep it in place. One shoulder. Oh, you're trying to move though, aren't you? You swine. There we go. That's not going to go anywhere. And that one goes on there. See. There we go. He's got two shoulder panels. I'm fighting the urge to stick his eye on because I need to paint. Well, I need to sand it first. What do I? Do I stick his eye on and then paint round it and mask it off, or do I paint it? No, but then I have to stick it onto paint, and then that's. Oh no! What do I do? Paint and then stick his eye on, or stick his eye on and then paint it? And by paint, I mean prime. Oh no! Anyway, I'll do his thigh pieces first, or across that bridge. I'll probably just stick his thigh panels on, and then it'll need to all rest for a bit, maybe. I'll use scissors to cut these out. I'll go on there like that. A lot of gluing and holding. Are you glued? Are you gonna move? I think we're all right. I think I got away with it. See. Right, next one. Give it a curve. You don't need to match exactly because it's going to look all battered and beat up anyway. So make sure you're following for tomorrow. Help out a small maker. That'd be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it, for you? That'd be a good deed for the day. Got my finger. I'm aware that his thigh pads are coming out further than his legs, but trust me, that is one part that is by design. Oh man, it's fallen off. Thought it had glued. Obviously not. Some of it glues like straight away, and some of it takes a while, and I don't know the science behind it. Get off! I think that's on there now. Feels a bit flimsy. Ah well. Sorry, can't see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to make another panel that slots in underneath this one that comes down this way. So it's got like a tiered kind of look to it. Kind of like scales, but not. It's armor plating. Then the arms will have the same thing. I'll have another one underneath that comes down like that on either side. And then it'll have some on the back as well. It'll have like a big back piece there, and then it'll have another piece underneath, like another scale kind of looking thing there. Same on the front, one big there, and then a smaller one underneath there. And then it'll probably have a big eye. I like the idea too much not to use it. Where's my snips gone? Where in this mess have I put my snips? There they are. Yeah. I think that should be about it. I need this to dry before I can really work on his body because I need to handle it and I don't want to squash it out of shape like I keep doing. I'll keep that one out. Oh, no, orange. I was going to use orange, wasn't I? What time is it? Nearly 2 o'clock. Yeah, I reckon that'll do it for today. I need to let his butt dry. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for the rest. Also, check out my Instagram if you want, where I'll post pictures as I go. Probably some extras that you won't see on stream. You can find the link on my profile. All my socials are on there. So I'm gonna stop messing with it because otherwise I'm gonna ruin it. I just don't know where I can put him to stop it. That should be all right. I'll just leave it there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for whatever. If you follow, if you don't, it's all the same, isn't it? Really, I've been making it anyway. I've been making stuff anyway. So cheers, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.